You have reached Frank and Gord's Excellent Off-Road Adventures YouTube channel. We are off on another adventure, so please enjoy the following video.
Welcome back, YouTubers. Welcome to Frank and Gord's Excellent Off-Road Adventures. Today we bring you the 2019 Can-Am Maverick X3 X RS, and we're going to be greasing the wheel bearings with a special tool that we ordered off of Amazon, and we'll put that in the links later. So for any of you those that have been in any of the forums and had a look to see, Can-Am for some reason doesn't put a lot of wheel bearing grease into the bearings, and I'm not sure what the real reason is on that, but if you do a lot of trail riding in the mud and in the water holes, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have enough grease. So we've done the rears already. We've jacked up the front. We're going to take the tire off, and we'll explain as we go what you need to do to grease the bearings. So we'll start. So we'll remove the tire. We've already backed these off before we jacked it up. Make sure your vehicle's always in four-wheel drive, and you chock the back tires. Safety first, we should actually have some kind of jack stand, but I don't have one at the moment, so. Alright, first thing you want to do before you take the caliper off is just pry out with a little tiny flathead this plastic cover, and there's little push pins you can't see that are in behind here. If you get a nice small screwdriver, and you can depress the plastic tab, and then it'll come right off. So you're going to want to take the cotter pin off, straighten this sucker out first so we can pull it out off the castle nut. Bring that up with the screwdriver. That should come out pretty easy. Top here. Not the right tool for the job, but it'll do. There we go. Now that's released. Now to break the bar, you'll need a 30mm socket, and we'll loosen this. And if it doesn't come loose or it starts to spin too much, we'll have somebody go inside and put their foot on the brake, which is likely what we're going to have to do with this. Alright, now that we've loosened the capsule nut, take that off with the washer. Now before you can take this off, obviously, you've got to now take the caliper off, loosen the caliper. I believe that's a 15mm. Now Can-Am recommends that you replace these bolts. One.
Always leave one bolt threaded in.
Alright, now that we got that off, slide your caliper out. And what you're going to want to do is probably tie wrap this up somewhere to the A-frame. Keep it out of the way from dangling completely on the brake line. Keeps it out of our way and it won't fall and break anything. Okay, now you may need a hammer for this, but this machine's fairly new. It hasn't had a lot of kilometers on it yet, so we should be able to break this loose just by wiggling it first. And there it comes. That's pretty much it. So what you'll want to do though, as you can see from the back here, is you're going to want to clean this up. It's not really dirty. Again, it hasn't had a lot of miles on it, but we'll clean this up with some contact cleaner before we put it back. So for now, make sure you don't rest it on the rotor when you put it down. And pretty much you're going to have this grease tool. And what this does is it allows you to slip on into the axle, and between these two rubber gaskets it will allow the grease that you pump into the bearing to go through. And what you'll want to do, if you haven't done the greasing before, is set this up, start your greasing, and watch for it to come out around this seal here. And that's when you want to stop. The old grease will come out. Okay? It's pretty much, you may have to lift your axle a little bit to get it in there, and it just snaps in just like that. Stop it. Get our grease gun. Now the backs took about 18 pumps of grease. Let's see how many this takes before it starts to come out of the seal. So 19 pumps, and there you go. You can see the grease that's sitting at the top, the old grease. So we'll remove our tool, lift the axle a little bit, take the pressure off. As you can see how clean that is and how nice that comes out of that part. You just want to clean this nicely, all the old grease off of it. And it's pretty much from this point you're going to reverse the process, and we'll talk about the torque specs. But what I will be doing, putting a little bit of grease on the splines, as well as inside the hub. Try not to get any on the threads, obviously. This particular machine, and again, always check your manual or through the manufacturer to your torque specs. But these caliper bolts, they recommend 37 foot-pounds with Loctite. So we'll go ahead and do that. Start threading those in. And then we'll torque up the castle nut, the proper specs. Just start that one in there. And this is medium blue Loctite. That's all you need. Again, that's 37 foot-pounds. Plus or minus 3 foot-pounds. So we'll torque this in. Okay, now to torque up the castle nut, we'll go in and hold that brake and bring that up to 184 foot-pounds and put our cotter pin back in. Okay. Why is she turning? Pump it. Okay. Dust off that jack.
Should be good. Try to get caught up in there.
All right. You'll edit some of that. All right, so you put your new cotter pin in, like so. Take your needle nose pliers. Here we are. I think I got grease on the pliers. It's slipping off. But that's pretty much it. And then you're going to put your cap on. And that's it. Pretty much now all you'll do is you'll put your tire back on. And you're going to spec the tire. Again, check your manual. The lug nut torque for this model and year is 89 foot-pounds. And you'll want to do them in a cross pattern as well. So we'll go ahead and torque those in a minute. Thanks for visiting Frank and Gord's Excellent Off-Road Adventures. Stay tuned for more updates and tutorials as well on the 2019 Wolverine X2 R spec. And please hit subscribe and like and leave your comments below, and anything that we can answer, we definitely will. And we'll put up some links for some of the tools, especially the grease part that we ordered. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell for alerts to get notifications of our next video.